Welcome back to another 13 days of Christmas. Once again, we're going to read a story, and Katie's going to pick a blend and pack some bowls. Kringle Flake 2023. All right. This is one I know and love.
Oh.
For that, I'll have you load my 1970s corn cob that I put a forever stem on.
Ooh.
May it last forever.
Fancy.
So, this story is by the Brothers Grimm, and it's called The Elves and the Shoemaker. There once was a shoemaker who worked very hard, and was very honest, but still he could not earn enough to live upon. And at last he had in the world was gone, save just leather enough to make one pair of shoes. He then cut his leather out, all ready to make up the next day, meaning to rise early in the morning to his work. His conscience was clear and his heart was light amidst all his troubles, so he went peaceably to bed, left all of his cares to heaven, and soon fell asleep in the morning. After he had said his prayers, he sat himself down to his work, when, to his great wonder, there stood the shoes already made upon the table. The good man knew not what to say or think at such an odd happening. He looked at the workmanship. There was not one false stitch in the whole job. All was so neat and true that it was quite a masterpiece. The same day a customer came in, and the shoes suited him so well that he willingly paid a price higher than usual for them. And the poor shoemaker, with the money, bought leather enough to make 2 pairs more. In the evening he cut out the work. He went to bed early, that he might get up and begin betimes next day. But he was saved all the trouble, for when he got up in the morning, the work was already done to his hand. Soon in came buyers, who paid him handsomely for his goods, so that he bought leather enough for 4 pairs more. He cut out the work again overnight, and found it done in the morning, as before. And so it went on for some time. What was got ready in the evening was always done by daybreak, and the good man soon became thriving, and went off again. One evening, at about Christmas time, he and his wife were sitting over the fire, chatting together. He said to her, "I should like to sit up and watch tonight, that we may see who it is that comes and does my work for me." The wife liked the thought, so they left a light burning, and hid themselves in a corner of the room, behind a curtain that was hung up there, and watched what would happen. And soon it was midnight, and there came 2 little naked dwarfs, and they sat themselves upon the shoemaker's bench, and took up all the work that was cut out, and began to ply with their little fingers, stitching and rapping and tapping away at such a rate, the shoemaker was all a wonder, and could not take his eyes off them. And on they went, till the job was quite done, and the shoes stood ready for use upon the table. This was long before daybreak, and then they bustled away as quickly as lightning. The next day the wife said to the shoemaker, "These little wights have made us rich, and we ought to be thankful for them, and do them a good turn if we can. I am quite sorry to see them run about as they do, and indeed it's not very decent, for they have nothing upon their backs to keep the cold off. I'll tell you what, I will make each of them a shirt, and a coat, and a waistcoat, and a pair of pantaloons into the bargain. And do you make each of them a little pair of shoes." The thought pleased the good cobbler very much, and one evening, when all the things were ready, they laid them on the table, and instead of the work that they used to cut out, and then went and hid themselves to watch what the little elves would do. About midnight they came in, dancing and skipping, hopped around the room, and then went to sit down to do their work as usual. When they saw clothes lying for them, they laughed and chuckled, and seemed mightily delighted. They then dressed themselves in the twinkling of an eye, and danced and capered and sprang about as merry as could be, till at last they danced out the door, away and over the green. The good couple saw them no more, but everything went well with them from that time forward as long as they lived. I don't quite know that there was a point beyond that story either.
Little naked dwarves.
Little naked dwarf.
Naked shoemaking dwarves.
So this tobacco is the last Virginia Perique Kringle Flake that will ever be seen. I mean, unless you have it in your cellar, which we do. But it will not be made again.
Is that my mint hot cocoa or is it minty?
That's your hot cocoa.
Thank goodness. Because it's pleasant. Oh, it's gone.
As it should be. So this is a red Virginia Perique. The Perique's not strong. I don't think.
I don't know what I think.
You've had it before.
Have I?
Yeah.
Is it possible to try too many things?
I don't know. I mean, we tried 100 blends in 100 days. That was absurd.
Hmm. Think about little dwarves.
Little naked dwarves?
Yeah, getting clothes and being all happy. And how they didn't have to. It's not like there was any kind of demands or any kind of, hey, we're not going to work anymore if we don't get stuff. They did it just to be kind. Well, because she didn't want naked little dwarves running around her house.
I don't think that was the tone there.
No, but
They were fine with little naked dudes running around as long as they did their work.
Still funny.
As soon as they got paid, they stopped coming to work. There's a moral.
No, it didn't say that they quit.
Yeah, it said they never came back again.
Oh. I misheard. Alright. Was line about them always being taken care of and whatnot. I got the impression that they kept making shoes.
The good couple saw them no more.
Oh.
But everything went well with them from that time forward as long as they lived.
Oh.
Yeah, they never came back as soon as they got paid. I'm not saying that's the moral of the story, but there's a horrible subtext there.
Oh, gosh.
Cheat the dwarves, continue to make free money.
Merry Christmas!
I'm sure that's not the point. I'm sure that's not how any of you take the point. Well, and they weren't making free money. The man was making wise investments with the money from the shoes, and that's what paid off, and he was doing half the work. Still, though, as soon as he paid the laborers, they were gone.
Yay! You've given Dobby a sock!
I'm a free elf.
I'm free.
A modern day take on that would be they recorded them with their iPhones and then sent it immediately to the police. Naked dwarves, how dare you offend me? This forever stem turns this old cob into a wonderful little demi-warden.
It's a little rough around the edges for me, but
It's
the
a little
flavor's
dry.
good. Flavor's good. I'm used to dry. Oh, my Latakia Flake is really dry.
This is what's in that tin is the last of what I've been saving for these videos. I've been enjoying this one for lunch pretty much every day.
Well, you maybe have 1 or 2 more bowls in there.
That's okay.
Maybe.
I just hiccuped in some smoke.
Don't do that.
That's going to be good. It's good for your lungs.
Don't do that.
It's not good for your lungs. Don't do it.
Disclaimer. Sarcasm.
Laid on thick like buttercream frosting.
With Christmas sprinkles.
You doing the Homer over there? Donuts.
Christmas cookies with buttercream frosting. 'Tis the season.
This is a tremendous blend for smoking and driving. Not in this pipe.
Thinking about making brownies. Christmas brownies.
Yeah? We're in Colorado. You have to let everybody know.
Oh, yeah, no, like regular brownies.
Not special brownies?
No. I mean, I think they're pretty special. I got the Ghirardelli, like, Dutch pressed super fine.
Ghirardelli?
Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Ghirardelli?
That's how it's spelled.
Anyway, that chocolate, the pressed cocoa powder chocolate, and I made some brownies with it a few months back. Oh, they're so good. I think I'm going to make that same recipe, but put Reese's chocolate chips in it.
I guess I won't make my dessert waffles again.
There's multiple days in December.
So I made waffles, but I added cocoa powder and apple cider in place of water. And then we put frosting across them. Yes, I know. It's curious that the diabetic did that.
You want to join me?
Tell her, Ruffles. Tell her you've had enough.
Enough cuddles?
Had enough of her shenanigans.
No more attention? Or is it because you need a pillow to lay on? Yeah. Come here. Well, I have been snubbed.
Well, I don't see the point in making this any much longer. If you guys have this in your cellar or you see it for sale and you like Virginia Periques, especially red Virginia Periques, this is one I'd say to give a shot to.
It'll do. Nicely.
I have a very respectable amount in the cellar, and I intend to enjoy every tin of it.
If it needs a huzzah. Huzzah.
I'm not throwing things. The one kind of blend we don't have for this 13 days is a Christmas English.
Gasp. I could mix some of that frosty whatever one with proper English. The mint one we got.
Sutliff Frosty Mint with proper English?
Sure. We could make our own Christmas English.
Call it Vomit Comet.
You think?
Yeah.
You want
Get
some
an
minty?
AI-generated image of Comet the reindeer vomiting up, and that like into a tobacco pipe.
I'm offended. I don't think it'd be horrible. It'd be minty and Englishy.
As long as there's Latakia, you don't care.
That's not fair.
Is it accurate?
No.
I feel like it is.
I wouldn't put Latakia in this.
Yet most of your Englishes are one Latakia edition away, maybe some Orientals. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Well, we'll let you all go. Have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.